for you, like in some sense, the loneliness or being it's something that can decrease the performance because having social interaction motivates you.
Yeah, a little, but not necessarily related to productivity.
Okay.
It's just a more, enjoyable way to
Yeah,
spend
that
the work day.
makes a lot of sense. And I think that I have this, like from the course that I had with the hard math, and they study a lot the biological changes you have when you have an elevated emotion. They don't say positive emotion, they say elevated, and I love it. It's not that, because positive is like it's subject to relativity, and if you say just elevated, it means that it's subtle and calm, right? And when you feel good emotions like that elevated, there's a biological change that either it doesn't seem that affects productivity. There is a probability that it might,
Yeah,
right? So because if
that
you
makes sense.
yeah, because it's like, let's say you're writing a petition, right? Or you don't work with petition. You are a good vibe. I forget you are a good
Like a
vibe lawyer.
memorandum.
Yeah.
maybe.
A good vibe lawyer that doesn't write petition. So it's a
Thank God
yeah.
I've passed this phase.
Then it's like your ability at writing this can increase. Like you can have like better insights if you're feeling good about the moment. Feeling like really so. It's definitely loneliness. I mean, being alone, working alone, is great. Sometimes I miss a person. Sometimes I miss. And
Yes, you used to work by yourself, like
the whole day.
the whole day, like, but you live alone
I live
as well, or
alone.
no?
I live alone in the middle of the wild. The only thing that disturbs me here is a dog. The dog barks a lot. Hey, Paula, look at you, girl. Hey, how are you doing?
Late as usual.
No, that it's your boss' fault.
This time, not my boss' fault, but my post-graduation program fault.
Oh, okay. Well, at least you've been shared. All right, and where
Not
are you
in a
right
good
now?
way.
Yeah, not in a good way. Where are you right now?
I'm at my boyfriend's place.
Oh, great, nice. I see it. I felt that there's a different vibe in the air. I'm good with these things. No. All right, awesome. That's okay. But if you were at the apartment, probably you and Thais would be together, right? Because you two are like glued now, right?
Yes, we will be together soon. I promise, friend.
All right. Yeah. Look at Thais' eyes. Like she's like needing you.
I need her more than she needs me.
Oh my God, man! There's a never-ending love. Okay, so that's beautiful. Guys, before we move on, today we're gonna work with the legal book, and if we have some time, maps of meaning. But I want to review some important words here. Trabalho de conclusão de curso. How can you say?
It was my issue today. I should know that.
Any idea?
Minor idea, teacher.
You can
Can
say.
I say like that?
You can say final course assignment.
Okay.
And the final course assignment is a good one because you can use it not only for undergraduate. Final course assignment is like for any kind of academic or scientific paperwork, like in this, there is a final course assignment, right? Okay, so it's a good hack if you forget the exactly name for your like doctorship or your major,
Okay.
Yeah, actually, I forgot to say doutorado. It's I think it's doctorate, PhD. Oh, of course, PhD. And rendimento, guys. There's a new word we learned for rendimento. Do you remember?
Performance. I used to say performance. But
Yeah, but it's more like the earnings that you have,
It would be yield.
Yield.
Would it be yield?
Yes,
Teacher?
yield. That's the word. Okay, so you have many words, right? You have income, you have yield, you have revenue, right? So that's vaga.
Vacancy.
Vacancy, perfect. All right, girls. So that's it. Let's take a look on the legal book. We have some good things to do here. Let's check this out. Is your boyfriend also a lawyer, Paula?
No. He actually is an economist.
Wow, what a match, huh?
No.
Not a good match?
Forget it. It's how do you say management, right?
He works with management.
Yes, it's administração.
Yeah. So, that's the idea. Nice. So that's awesome because so you too are good with managing. I know that. That's great. It's great.
No, not me, teacher.
All right. So we're gonna learn first here some keywords to give reasons and explanations. Right. So Thais, please start reading for us.
It's often important to give reasons and explain things step by step.
Paula?
Note. Okay.
Yeah, each one reads until a dot. Yeah, it's perfect.
Okay, note. Words like firstly and first of all aren't used in the same way.
Let's take a look at that. Move on, Thais, please.
Enumerating reasons. Firstly, the company is investing with minimum risk.
Yes.
Secondly, the investor receives 75% of any rent above the minimum.
Thais?
I'll read the next column, okay?
Yeah, just the next two here, just to practice. Thirdly.
Thirdly.
And finally, right?
Finally.
So that's a good one, right? So thirdly, we don't say that in Portuguese. We're not going to say terceiramente, right? But they have they go ahead. They go into the third, right? We stop in primeiramente. And I don't think in Portuguese we say the second part as well. We just say the first one, right?
Yes.
But in English, it's common.
Sometimes it's in second place.
Yeah, second. We don't say segundamente, right? It's like, but they do. Okay. All right. So moving on, the next part.
Explaining the steps involved in a procedure.
Yes. So, yeah, it can be Paula here.
First of all, we need to discuss the business relationship between.
Next, I would suggest depositing.
Yes.
Following that, it would be your job to persuade.
Last of all, we would notify the tax office.
Okay, so can you see the difference between the first column and the second? Right.
Yes, it's like the first column. It's like tasks, right?
Yes. The first column is like reasons, right? So it's more like
okay.
you are saying the reasons for something being,
Okay.
Yeah. So like firstly, I don't like the way this is going. Right? So it's like I'm giving more a reason. Yeah.
So the steps would be the second column.
Exactly. Then it's more like actions. Right? Actions to be taken. Right, but this is not like oh my god, right, guys? It's not like if you say, yeah, if you say the opposite way, it's not gonna be wrong. It's not just something they used to say, right?
The minimum difference, right?
Yeah, it's a very, very, and it's like the first one can be a little hard to distinguish, but then the next ones are easier, right? It's because it's like secondly, and then you're saying next, right? So there's this idea, but both work. Okay, can you continue for us, Thais, please?
I think it's Paula now.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Be careful with at first. We use this to express the fact that we thought something initially and then changed our minds.
Yes. Look at the example, Thais, please.
Example. At first, it seemed a good idea to form a company.
Mm-hmm. Paula?
Later, we realized that this would be too expensive and too complicated.
Right. So at first today, I thought of us studying the business book. Then I realized that it has been some time since we didn't check the legal book, right? So you use it first to express something before you change your mind about that subject. Right?
Okay.
Yeah. Give me an example from your real life, Thais. That's at first you thought something and then you change your mind. Come on, open yourself to us.
At first, I thought it would be a good idea to course 3 different subjects in my master's, but then I realized that this would take me a lot. This would steal my time work a lot, and then I decided to course just 2. How can I say disciplines?
But they don't use the word course as a verb, okay? Let me just confirm that. But I think you can't use
like
course.
Attend.
Yeah, to take
the course.
Yeah, to take courses. Okay, but yeah, I feel you. I get it. That's a hard one, right? Okay, so let's move on. Let's exercise this a little here. Before we move on here, Paulo, you know a lot of procedures in your life. Okay, so explain to us step by step one procedure. It can be a small one.
Like law procedure.
Anyone you feel comfortable of speaking.
Okay. First, it would be
the second column.
The second column. Okay. Let me see.
Maybe how to write the articles.
To draw a legal opinion, you need first of all, we actually need to discuss the business relationship between the.
She's a clever woman, right?
Between the client and IRS,
okay,
for example, and we need to understand the client business. So next we can we can suggest some sort of tax planning. So the client can avoid tax in some cases.
Yes.
That law provides to them the This option.
Yes, beautifully. That's it. Perfect. Awesome. You just described some steps. I love it. Very good. All right. So now we're going to do exercise 11. Thais, please.
Read the extracts from a presentation about business formats in the UK.
Yeah, keep going. Keep going.
Complete the gaps with expressions for ordering and explanation from the language box above.
Ooh, okay. So let's do this. Let me take out the zoom a little bit. All right. So try to use the words we learned in the box here. Let me take out a little more. Is it okay like this?
Okay.
All right. So let's start with you, Thais. I would like to provide you. Which one do you think it's the correct way?
First of all.
Yes. Keep going. Keep reading.
First of all, I'd like to provide you with a bit of background on business formats in this country and the rationale behind these different formats.
Different formats. And
formats.
Then, yeah. And now, okay. Let's do it, Paula. Guys, and also pay attention to the content, because then the other exercise will use what is teaching here. Okay.
It's rationale, teacher.
Rationale. Yes.
Rationale.
All right, Paula.
Next, I'd like to go on to look in more detail at the peak.
I think it's PLC. I think it's PLC.
Ah, okay. It's too small.
Yeah.
Or to give it its more formal name, the public company.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So he's going to explain a little bit about the UK format of business. And now he's going to explain the public company, right? PLC. Number 3, Thais.
Teacher, I couldn't hear you.
Oh, yeah. Can you hear me now?
Okay, now we can hear you.
Oh, yeah. That was probably a bug. So number 3, Thais.
It could be firstly, maybe, or following that.
Following that, because it's still explaining the same. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Following that, I'd like to look at the time scale for converting a private company into a public company.
Yes. Perfect. 4th, Thais. Sorry, Paula.
Last of all, I'd like to discuss with you some examples of listed PLCs. Ones which can sell their shares on global stock exchanges.
Okay, so let's move on, and then I will ask you guys to explain a little bit about this text. Okay, so move on, Thais, please.
Can you scroll down, teacher?
Yeah, can you see it now? It's supposed to be scroll down. Let me. Okay, probably
because now I have to read.
Yeah, but I think there is a bug here because
I'd like to move on, right?
Yes.
Now to talk.
Okay, let me share the screen again. Probably there was a lag or something like that. Okay, here we go. All right. What about now? Take a look. Can you see it now?
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yes. I'd like to move on now to talk about the PLC in more detail.
Okay. Keep going. This one. It's yours, Thais.
Firstly, you might think...
Yes, perfect.
I think that there aren't many advantages to becoming a PLC.
Yeah. Paula?
But when you read company legislation and the rules of the London Stock Exchange, there are 3 clear reasons for doing so. Secondly, it's illegal to offer shares to the public.
Yes. Actually, guys, just one thing.
If
Number
you're not
6.
a PLC.
Number 5. It's actually at first.
Oh, at first.
Yeah, it makes sense, right?
But why can it be?
First.
Oh,
Paula,
because after he
yes,
gives an opposite point of view,
exactly.
Okay.
It's a good one. It's a good
Okay.
example. Yeah, it makes sense, right, Paula?
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So now number 6 is firstly. Yeah. So I think it's Paula.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Firstly, it's illegal to offer shares to the public if you are not a PLC.
Thais?
Secondly,
Yes.
the alternative investment market, where shares in young companies are traded, is only open to PLCs.
Following that, for more established companies, the main market of the London Stock Exchange is also only open to PLC shares.
Okay, so as I told you guys, it's not that it's wrong, but they recommend, since it's an explanation and he's enumbering reasons, is not using following that, because this is more for steps. So it would better, in this case, since secondly was the last one, you can use.
Oh, okay. Sorry, teacher. I forgot.
No problem. So thirdly. All right, and the last one, Thais?
And finally, some might say that becoming a PLC is good for marketing.
Definitely. I agree a lot with the last part, because becoming an individual entrepreneur, there are a lot of new expenses. But I also like the way that it makes me more serious in the market, right? In the same thing here with the PLC. Okay, so Thais, explain to us a little bit of what you understood from this text.
So the text enumerates a lot of good reasons for becoming a PLC.
Yes, nice. What are some of them?
The possibility of accessing different markets that you can only do so if you are a PLC. So that includes selling your shares to the public, which can bring liquidity to your business, maybe.
Wow. I just love when you speak like that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, speaking liquidity is the new sexy, right? So, but you, yeah, liquidity, you can use it. Perfect. Awesome in this situation. Awesome. What any other advantage that you remember?
That it's not included in the text, or that is a part of the text.
No. That is a part of the text.
Okay. Well, I think besides being able to sell your shares to the public and negotiating in this alternative market, which I didn't know it existed, because in Brazil, I think it's only one stock exchange for big or small companies. So.
Exactly. This is so crazy, right?
Yeah.
My eyes got brighter now. I'm like, I'm gonna Google it.
Yes, but in Brazil, I think it's more practical, because it's only one exchange, whereas the companies are divided into groups depending on its size. So you can be a large cap or a middle cap.
It's already complicated as it is, right?
Yes. But I think it's more efficient if everything is negotiated in only one place.
Oh,
maybe. But I don't know how this.
I think that it's quite alike mercado de balcão, not friend.
Here,
Maybe.
there is a. Ooh, look, my source of information is the best. Take a look, guys. Wikipedia. Okay, so trust me.
Very reliable.
Yes. So, an alternative investment is an investment in any asset class, excluding stocks, bonds, and cash. So, what is left for that? So,
Yeah, I think that it's kind of like what we had
it's
in
like
Brazil.
it's tangible assets, precious metals, wine, art, antiques, coins, or stamps. And some financial assets such as real estate, commodities, private equity, hedge funds. Hedge funds. I've heard about
Yes,
hedge funds.
all types of bonds that are not shares,
Yeah,
maybe.
exactly.
And debentures, I don't know how to say it.
Yeah, but have you ever heard about hedge funds? It's
Yes.
crazy. A lot of people make a lot of money with that, like billions. You know,
I know that hedge is here in Brazil. We call hedge as any investment which is protecting you from some asset or some product you already have.
Yeah.
So when you buy like some Ibovespa shares, you do like a short trade in Ibovespa, the index. So it's a hedge. You're like protecting in case the shares goes down, and so the index will go up, and then you.
Yeah.
It's this one is more like I don't know, derivative. Not friend.
Yes. And
I don't know. I don't know a lot about mercado de balcão.
Yes.
So it can be like that, but I don't know how it works.
Guys, there are many examples here.
Derivativos, when you you make it works like insurance.
Yeah, I've heard about derivativos. It's very complicated, right?
Yeah.
My
God, guys, there are many examples here. Alternative investment is like all of them, but not considering stocks, bonds, and cash. So even like cryptocurrencies is considered alternative investment. So it's everything but stocks, you know.
Yes.
And guys, if you like a series, I really recommend actually as an English exercise, because the English exercise of this series is definitely for advanced people. I myself have a hard time to watch it only with English subtitles, but it's Billions.
Billions, yeah. I could like anticipate you'd say billions.
So you've watched it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I started, but I stopped. I don't know why. I was enjoying it.
Yeah, I mean, like it's worth it. It only gets better.
It's nice.
Yeah, and Exo Capital, the one of the main guys there, he invests on hedge funds. His company.
Yeah.
It's
he's always making short positions.
Yes.
In the stock market.
He's a kind of a day trader that is successful.
Yeah.
Maybe more and less that. Okay. So awesome, guys. I love this topic. All right. So let's move ahead. And going to our next exercise, 12. We already spoke about this a little bit with these questions, but read for us, please. Thais, please.
The speaker says in her presentation that there are 3 reasons for becoming a PLC in the UK, but it's not a suitable format for every business.
Paula?
How similar is this situation to the jurisdiction in your country?
Okay. So can you make a association here with Brazil with that it's been said?
Me, teacher.
Whatever starts first.
I think we already talked about it. In Brazil, we have this this type of market that where all types of bonds are negotiated, including derivatives and another types of bonds, and but you can only negotiate shares in Bovespa.
Awesome.
B3, right?
Awesome, B3. Great explanation. So
it's Brazil bag balcony. Have you seen this joke?
I never seen it. I love it.
The attorney asks the intern to translate a small text, and the text started with a B3. So the intern translated into Brazil bag balcony.
No, oh my God. I love how much knowledge you need to understand the joke. I love it. That's the kind of imagine Thais is in a pub and she says this joke. It's like
no one would laugh. I would be laughing on my own.
Oh yeah, and you would be happy with that. That's what empowering is. Empowerment is when you make a joke and only you laugh.
Loneliness, teacher. It depends on the point of view. You're very optimistic.
Paula, you need to go and visit Thais soon. She's missing you. All right, that's beautiful, guys. So we're gonna let's try to make this exercise a little fast so we can read at least a little from the book. Can you read for us, Paula, here, 13?
Here is a comparison table showing the 4 forms of business structure in the UK. Complete A to F. The table, use the notes below.
Okay, so we have some notes here, right? And we have to add all of these expressions to the empty spaces on this exercise, okay? So first of all, let's read the words. Actually, okay, so go on. Let's start with Thais.
2 small businesses.
Read all of them.
Bank loans or profits of business, registration fee, registration formalities, constitutional documents required and must be open to public, yes, and unlimited.
Yes. Okay, so in the first part of the table is the business structure. Then if it's like sole traders, if it's limited company, if it's LLP, if it's a general partnership, right? The way to raise money, suitable for, minimum number of people, minimal capital requirement, right? That's a question. Setup costs and formalities, and liability of each of these structure, okay? So let's go ahead, and Paula, can you read for us here? Let's do like this, okay? So each one does a line, okay? So you can start with raising money here.
Raising money. Sole trader.
Yeah, please.
Bank loans or profits of business. Limited company. Bank. Do I have to read all the lines?
Yeah. It's good for practice.
Okay. Bank loans, profits of business or selling shares in the company. Only PLCs can sell their shares on a large scale. LLP. I had no idea, but I think that they can raise money by bank loans or profits of business.
Yes. So it's basically the only thing that will make sense, right? So that's a correct answer.
Yeah.
From that. Perfect.
Okay. And about general partnership, bank loan, they raise money by bank loans or profits of business also.
Yes. So bank loans. Okay. Bank loans.
Loans.
Yeah. All right. Suitable for. Thais. Opa, let me just go.
Suitable for sole trader, small businesses.
Yes, obviously, right?
Limited company, any size businesses. Larger businesses choose PLCs. LLP, any size, and general partnership, any size as well.
Perfect. Okay, moving on with Paula.
Minimum number of people. Sole trader 1, limited company 1, LLP 2, and general partnership it would be unlimited.
I think it's
It's 2.
it's two. Yeah, it was
Okay.
perfect. Very nice. Next one.
Minimum capital requirement. Sole trader, no. Limited company. Yes.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes, the only option. Limited company. Yes.
But does it require a minimum capital?
Yes.
I didn't know.
Exactly. So a sole trader.
Different from Brazil.
Yes. So that's interesting, right? So the sole trader doesn't require minimal capital, and the limited company it does, right?
In Brazil, it's the contrary.
Really?
Like the sole trader, the 8L
Yes.
form requires a minimum capital, whereas the limited company doesn't.
That's.
The
I loved when you do that.
just adding some.
Whereas that was glorious, right, Paula? That touches the teacher's heart. All right, so let's move on. And next one. This one. Let's just do the empty spaces. Okay, so.
Okay, setup costs and formalities. I think the third column is LLP, right?
Yes.
So setup costs and formalities. It should be registration fee and registration formalities.
Exactly. And liability?
Liability is unlimited. The first column.
So the sole trader, of course, has unlimited liability. What else would it be, right? Okay, guys. So the rest I can give you as homework from this page. Okay, this is page 14, and you just have to complete this one here, and also you can. Let me just check here. Just complete this one and the letter activity. But I will explain to you later, guys. Let's go ahead and check the book a little bit. So the last time we checked, Peterson was talking about persona, and how the persona is just the unconscious collectiveness masked in the individual, right? It's not the true self, and we sometimes mislead our individuality with that. And then he
mentioned Jung, right?
Yeah, he mentioned Jung, and also now he started describing some apocalyptic dreams he had. Remember, Thais? We read.
Very deep.
Yes, very intense and deep. The way I like it. Okay, that came wrong, guys. Sorry. All right, so that wasn't what I meant. Sorry. Okay, and then now he said he got interested about human malevolence, right? And who was responsible for the Cold War, for example? And he became to be very obsessive about this topic, right? And then the last part we read is like, who was responsible, right, for all of this chaos we had? All right, so we're gonna continue from there. Remember doing the shadowing technique. All right. I don't know if, let me just change here something in the audio settings so you can hear it properly. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, showtime.
I dreamed that I was running through a mall parking lot, trying to escape from something. I was running through the parked cars, opening one door, crawling across the front seat, opening the other, moving to the next. The doors on one car